What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update about our YouTube channel for 2023. So let's get right to it.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
And you guys are probably thinking, DK, how'd you randomly grow so much hair within the day? Because we noticed you got a haircut as shown in yesterday's video, which... you guys are right, I did get a haircut. This video that you guys are about to watch actually was filmed near the end of November, as we thought we were going to use it for our 12 days of content here on the channel, but ended up not using it. So like I said, today's video is going to be 5 big important updates as termed to our YouTube channel in 2023. I mean, if you're brand new here, you might not know much about our channel, but if you have been a regular viewer, whether it is the last few months, even the past year or two, then you guys definitely should check out the brand new updates as terms to our channel in 2023, because they are some pretty big news. So let's go right to those old clips I filmed about 3 weeks ago, talking about 5 important updates. So the first update that I want to mention about our channel involves our monthly giveaways. Monthly giveaways have been a pretty big success as terms to our channel, giving you guys a giveaway once a month and you guys being able to enter the giveaway throughout the month, especially if you can't do it right at the beginning of the month. However, in 2023, we will be discontinuing the monthly giveaways, and this has nothing to do with the possibility of, let's say, not having enough funds to pay for shipping for the pops or not having funds to buy pops in general. It's just the fact that we feel that a lot of times when doing these monthly giveaways, and especially reaching the end of the month, we realize, oh crap, we need to go out, we need to quickly find something in order to do a giveaway for you guys. So I feel like with doing the giveaways, we're gonna do them in 2023 still. We wanna make the giveaways feel special. And with doing these giveaways now, not on a monthly basis, MD and I have discussed the possibility of making the giveaways worldwide instead of just making it just Canada and the US. The second update I wanted to give you guys is about our podcast, which I know there are people that watch the podcast or listen to the podcast on the channel, and there's people that just stay tuned for the video. But as terms to the podcast, no, it is not ending in 2023, but the format of the podcast will be changing pretty much drastically in 2023. MD and I have felt, especially since I believe the summer, we talked about possibly starting to feel very bored with the concept that we've been doing with the channel. So with the podcast, we are getting rid of the concept of weekly pop announcements, which we are still going to talk about Funko Pop announcements, but for that, we are going to save it at the end of the month, where essentially we talk about pretty much the entire month of pop reveals, then do the top 10 Funko Pops of that said month, which in 2023, we're going to start doing podcasts where it's just specifically on one topic, whether it is, let's say, a fandom related podcast, which we will still be doing in 2023, or it's talking about Comic-Con exclusives for a certain convention. For weeks that don't have certain news, we are going to be doing said topic related announcements, which I will be saying that in January, after we do our top 10 wish list for 2023 that kicks off the year, we are going to be doing an NFT podcast where we talk about just the NFT pops, what we think of them, and essentially what we want to see next going forward. And also to give you guys an update, there may be a chance, I don't know how likely it is, but there is a chance that if we don't have a topic for a podcast during that week, or we have a lot of content to cover certain days, we actually might miss weeks as terms to doing the podcast. So there may be a time where our streak of having a podcast every week since January of 2020 could actually come to an end at some point in 2023. The third update as terms to our channel also relates to our podcast, and it's our fandom related podcast. I always like the idea of announcing what fandom related podcasts we are going to be doing in 2023. Here are the planned fandom related podcasts we will be having in 2023. So in January, we're going to be doing a podcast on Breaking Bad to celebrate the 15-year anniversary of the very first episode. In February, we will be doing a 2-part MCU movie podcast where one week we will discuss about the first 15 films, and then the next week we will talk about the last 15 films and what pops we want to see next for the MCU Funko Pop lineup, leading up to the release of the first Phase 5 MCU film of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. In May, we will have a podcast on Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, to conclude our podcast of the original trilogy, since we already did Empire Strikes Back in 2020 and did A New Hope this past year in 2022. In August of 2023, we'll be doing a Star Wars The Clone Wars podcast, as we are basically starting when the movie had released before the series, but it's mostly about the series that people really enjoyed and the Funko Pops involved. In October, we will be doing a podcast on The Nightmare Before Christmas to celebrate the 30-year anniversary of when the movie was released. And last but not least, we will have a podcast on Rick and Morty happening in December of 2023 to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of when the first episode of that series began, which pretty crazy that Rick and Morty is already 10 years old as of basically next year. So that's it for the fandom related podcast. There could be more, maybe some could be taken out, I don't exactly know, but that's exactly what we have planned so far for the fandom related podcast here on the channel for 2023. The fourth update I have for the channel is that we are planning to do more pop hunts than ever in 2023. I don't know how frequently we will do it right away going into like the winter months, but the idea that MD and I have been discussing about is doing at least one Funko Pop hunt a week on the channel. Whether that means we go to our local retailers and do a pop hunt there, and then maybe we will do a flea market pop hunt soon after to be released the following week. That's kind of the way that we're going, so that we're trying to get you guys as much pop hunts as possible, or at least equivalent to 4 or 5 pop hunts a month. Especially if we do Comic-Con pop hunts, most likely those are going to be 2-part Funko Pop hunts releasing day by day. Therefore, if that happens, there won't be a Funko Pop hunt most likely releasing the week after. We are very excited to attempt to give you guys more Funko Pop hunts more frequently, because I know you guys definitely enjoy Funko Pop hunts as terms to the channel. And the final update as terms to our channel, and I think it's going to be the biggest update we have ever given on the channel thus far, and that is we are changing the name of our channel in 2023. That's pretty much a big step as terms to this channel, is that a Funko Popcast will no longer be the name of our channel as of January 1st, 2023. And unfortunately, we will not be announcing what the name of our channel is yet, just in case somehow someone decides to take the social media handle from us before we are able to change it on January 1st, 2023. And the reason for the name change isn't that we're getting out of the Funko game. We are nowhere near getting out of the Funko game yet. I think one of the reasons is the fact that we want to expand beyond Funko, and the fact that a lot of times, especially earlier this year, beginning 5 days of content for you guys, it has been a struggle trying to make content for you guys when Funko doesn't do announcements, or we just don't have the funds to do Funko Pop hunts to try to come up with something to give you guys on the channel. That way, if something like that happens, then we have another fandom or something that we're really interested also besides Funko to add to the channel. I know that myself and MD like the WWE and AEW figures. We enjoy YouTube from time to time, and then we like Lego also. So maybe those kinds of collectibles could take spots during the week as terms to the channel, instead of always having Funko content on the channel. But like I mentioned, we are still doing a lot of Funko content. And in case you guys are wondering, a Funko Podcast will still be the name of our podcast, which definitely makes sense because we are still talking about strictly Funko Pops. Sometimes sodas also, as I think about it, on the podcast. So I mean, it makes sense to keep the name, but as terms to the channel as a whole, we are changing the name. We will no longer be a Funko Popcast as a brand for the channel, and the name obviously for the channel will be announced as of January 1st, 2023, whether it's at midnight EST when obviously we get the whole countdown and it's the new year, or maybe it's at like noon or something. But at some point, January 1st, 2023, that is when we will reveal the brand new name for our YouTube channel. Anyways, anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed our video of our channel update for 2023, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let us know your opinions on some of the decisions we have made for 2023 and what do you want to see in 2023 from our channel. And as said in the little intro, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.